All right, this is how we will use the sentence guide to create a sentence in Latin from English. So the first step is to go through and write your English sentence that you want, making sure to follow the sentence pattern: subject, noun, verb or linking verb, preposition, object of the preposition. So make sure that your object of the preposition is a noun, that you're not trying to turn that into a verb or something. And then for prepositions, if you look at page 251 in your book, you'll see a list of all the prepositions that we've learned, and that can help you come up with ideas of what to use. Okay? Once we've done that, we can go through all these steps. Make sure that every word that you choose is from your current textbook. If you start branching out, there can be endings that we haven't learned yet, and it gets more complicated. So stick with what we know, and here we go. So step number 1, subject noun. What is the Latin word for my subject noun? So I chose wolves. So the regular, just plain old ordinary version of the word is for wolf is lupus. So it's the first Latin word that's written in our textbook when we look it up. Okay? Question 2, what case should your subject noun always be in? Nominative is always the subject. That's from our song, nominative's the subject, genitive, possessive, and so on. Okay? Question 3, what number is our subject noun? Is it singular or plural? So we're going to look up at our English. I wrote wolves, which is plural, so we're going to circle plural. Question 4, what declension or chart is my subject noun from? So if it's first declension, my word that I wrote up here is going to end in an A. Nope, it's not that. If it's second declension masculine, it's going to end in us. That's the one I need. Pen's not working, sorry. There we go. Okay. Then I need to write the chart that is second declension masculine over on the side here. So if you look in your book at page 250, you will see every single chart that you will need to accomplish this project. Okay, in fact, it's just this top part here. So if I look here, I just circled second declension masculine. So if I go right here, second declension masculine, this is the chart that I need to copy. So I'll go back over here and I will write us, e, o, e, orum, is, os, is. We have memorized all of these, but it's okay if you don't remember them and have to look them up. Okay, step number 5. What ending matches your answers to questions 2 and 3? So if I go back to question 2, I circled nominative, and question 3, I circled plural. So if I go over to my chart and go across nominative and down plural, the ending I end up with is the letter I, pronounced E. So I'm going to write that in this blank. And now I'm going to add that ending to my subject noun. Remember, when we add endings, we have to first get rid of the old one. Us is our old ending, because we saw right here, us is how we chose that it was second declension masculine. So I'm going to replace it. So I start with the L-U-P, and then replace it with the us with an I. So that is the first word. I can copy that down now into my bottom square. Loopy. Okay, now I'm going to go on to my verb, walked. So first question is, what are the first 2 principal parts of your verb? Okay, now the principal parts of a verb are the 4 Latin words that are listed in your book. So if we go over to where we see ambulo, walk, we have ambulo, ambulare, ambulavi, ambulatum. So the first 2 is ambulo, ambulare. So that's what I'm going to write here. Ambulo, ambulare. Okay, question number 2. What is the stem? What is my verb stem? The reminder of how to do that is set free the RE. So the second one ends in RE. We're going to set it free. That means get rid of it. So I'm going to write ambula. All right. Now, question number 3. What number is your verb? I need to match my subject noun question 3. So if I look up here, subject noun question 3, the answer was plural. So that's what I'm going to choose. I'm going to choose plural. Okay. Next, What person is your linking verb? So here what I have to do is I have to look at my subject and figure out, is my subject I? Well, no, wolves isn't I. Is my subject you or y'all? No, the wolves aren't y'all. Is my subject he, she, it, or they? Wolves is they. So I'm going to circle third person. If you have a separate subject noun, it's always going to be third person. So the only time it's not going to be third person is if you were to skip the subject noun entirely. So if you keep to this same format, just don't even worry about it. It's always going to be third. Okay? Question 5, what tense is your verb? Okay, so we're going to look at my verb, walked. Okay, so that's a type of past tense, right? Latin is a little bit different than English, but I only give you 3 options here. So, is it present tense? No, it's not present tense. Is it future tense? No, it's not future tense. Imperfect tense is the tense that we use for past in Latin. Okay, so what tense is your linking verb? Imperfect tense. Then we can go back to page 250 in our book. And if we look at the top here, it says imperfect, and we've got our chart. So that's the one we have to copy. Bomb, boss, bought, bombus, bottis, bont. All right, so I'm going to look back at questions 3 and 4, plural, third. So I'm going to go to my chart, plural, third, bont is the form I need. And then I need to attach that ending to my stem. See question 2. So in question 2, what is your verb stem? Ambula. So I'm going to start with that. Ambula. And now I'm going to attach the ending I just found, bont. And we have ambula bont. Okay? So I can copy that down now to the bottom. Ambula bont. Okay. Next we have our preposition. So preposition is pretty quick and easy. So question 1, what is the Latin translation of this word? What's the word for through? Well, the word for through is per, P-E-R. And then question 2, what case does this preposition take? The way we know that is by looking at these charts. And if it's in this top half of the page, see how it says accusative case preposition? So we would circle accusative if it's here. If it's in the bottom section, we circle ablative. There is no trick to knowing which one's which. It's just something we have to memorize. So this was in the top chart, so accusative. We're done with that. Okay, there is a typo on this page. I believe it's fixed in your packet. Okay, so, and this also. All right, so object of the preposition. What is the Latin word for your object of the preposition? Well, we have the word forest. And if we were to look it up, the word for forest is silva. Okay, what case should your object of the preposition be in? What case does its preposition take? We answered that up in the previous question. It takes the accusative. So we're going to circle accusative again here. So we get the answer for question 2 here from the answer to question 2 there. All right. Question number 3, what number is our object of the preposition? Well, look up at the sentence. We have forest, that's singular. What declension is it in? We're going to look at the ending of the word. Silva ends in an A. That is first declension. And now we need to copy that chart here. Again, we're going to reference page 250. And first declension is right here. So, I, arum, is, as, is. Paper's getting away from me. There we go. Okay, so what ending matches the answers to questions 2 and 3? I said accusative singular, so singular column, accusative row, is what we need. So I'm going to write that here. Add that new ending to your subject noun. Remember, for nouns, the first thing we do is we cross out the ending that helped us decide what declension it is. So we're going to get rid of that A. So we have silva, but then we add Okay, and we skipped the steps. Sorry, I should have copied down pair down at the bottom. And then we can copy down silvam into our last one. Whoops, having issues. There we go. And that is our complete Latin sentence translated. Okay, so it's a lot of steps, but if you follow all of the steps, it will get you to all of the right answers. As long as you get close for assignments, you're good. You just have to try your best. Okay? Hope this helped. Let me know if you have questions.